welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the swamp, where, as they like to say here, only the Gators come out alive. This place is cranked up and ready for a big game today. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. And we'll see the number 14 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the 12th ranked team, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the Gators offense has the football first here today. Here we go, Kirk. All the emotion in this stadium. Which side is going to handle that better today?
Chris, we had a chance to visit both these teams. One of the things that we saw, the clock's ticking down all year for this game, this day. Now they get their chance.
And the game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards. They're on 1st and 10.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. They'll run it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looking for his back. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Boy, that's a 14-point swing on the opening drive. Instead of worrying about giving up points, not only do they come up with this interception, but to take it into the end zone, they're an extra point away from really giving their offense an edge.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The sure hands. It's Johnson. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field.
The freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
There's a nice play by this defense. After giving up a huge gain, they're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Escape, pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
Chris, what a shot, right? Come to an LSU game, and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When was the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen? Because I can't. They always have.
And they heave it deep downfield. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. The Gators will have to punt this one away. Looking to flip the field here. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. The Tigers offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. If there's one guy on this defensive side, Kirk, who can be a game wrecker, it's this elite pass rusher. Very much on the quarterback's mind today.
Yeah, Chris, but it's going to be very tough. This quarterback does a nice job of moving around in the pocket, and also he's going to have an awareness of exactly where this guy is and have a clock in his mind about how quickly that ball needs to get out.
Short throw complete to the tight end. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. And now you want to see throws like this. It'd be a great compliment to that running game. And then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk.
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Boy, how fortunate is the Florida defensive coordinator when you can rely on speed and quickness like this on the defensive line. No need to blitz. You don't have to bring those linebackers when you have the tradition and speed and excellence in the defensive line like these Florida Gators are.
Oh, and it's almost intercepted on the first possession here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. And they will trot out the field goal team here. Trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
The Gators offense retakes the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quick completion to the tight end. Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The pass is intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Touchdown, Tigers. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the back now goes in motion. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And a nice 1st down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the 1st down marker.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure to allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And they'll give it to the back. And he'll pick up the 1st down, stop at the 27. And the Gators will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's 3rd down and short. You trust your back in the line to be able to pick up the 1st down. And he literally pushes with everything he has, throwing a haymaker there at the finish of that play to pick up the 1st down.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down. Well, Kirk, you played in rivalry games. No shortage of inspiration, but how do you manage the emotion of it all?
Well, I think you need great leadership from the team. Sometimes teams don't handle the emotions of it, and the game can get sideways on you. The teams that play the best in rivalry games are the teams that have the best leaders to keep them focused on the task at hand.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. On the return, it's Anderson. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field, looking to build on this lead in this possession that has settled for 3 last time out. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
It's a solid game to pick up the first down on what will be likely the final play of this first quarter.
At the 40-yard line. First down for the offense.
It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. They jumped out to an early lead in that opening period. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Caught quickly. Defense reacts quickly. A very short game on the play. And remember, the last time these rivals met, Kirk, these guys dropped the hammer. It got ugly.
And, Chris, don't underestimate the mental anguish that can put on a team. It's important that this defense plays well and tries to get the ball back to their own offense to give them a chance to build their confidence up.
They don't block the defensive end who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Grab down the middle. It's Taylor. And they finally tackle him down at the 1. Big gain in the pitch and catch.
Well, you talk about a huge conversion. That's 3rd and long. It doesn't matter for these guys. They just keep going about their business. Great connection between this quarterback and receiver on that one. And now they're in business.
All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Movement here from the tight end. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Man, the defense comes up with a big play here, backed up close to their own goal line. But as an offensive coordinator, you're inside that 3-yard line at 2nd and goal. If you're going to throw the ball, man, the ball has got to get out of that quarterback's hands quickly and not give the defense a chance to get after him and bring him down for a sack.
Defense is coming after him. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
24, Florida, 0.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. The Gators come to the line to run the hurry up. Second down, we're going to throw it. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. And the Gators lining up here on 1st and 10.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to chuck it again. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. Back to pass. It's Lagway. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. Off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 2. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards.
False start.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Gators looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab near the sticks. It's Burke. Touchdown, Gators. This quarterback on fire today. That's a crucial score for the offense. Chipping away, Kirk, just trying to stay in this game here.
And it's too early to see if this touchdown is going to change the momentum and allow them to cut down into the lead even further. If you're this head coach, you tell your team, just keep chipping away.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. You start the drive with a quick throw to the right. You bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. First down and 10 now.
At the 35-yard line. And first down for the offense.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Dumps a short throw down to the running back. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. The punt team making their way on the field. He's on to boot it away now. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And they've got the return corralled. The Gators offense retakes the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive. Right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. On first down, it's play action. He'll take a deep shot here. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
And he just throws it away. An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Bringing pressure. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically. Help that offensive line.
Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Receiver makes the grab inside the 15. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, that was 4th and a mile. I'm surprised they even went for this. What in the world are they thinking? But give them all the credit in the world. They pick it up and keep the drive alive.
Trying to run it in, the defense stops him close to the goal line, but not in.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the 2nd quarter. This is a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
Point is good. They cut the lead to 10, 24-14. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. With the catch, it's Thomas. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here.
Great execution here by this offense against zone coverage with a curl route. Hit that last step in your drop. You see where you want to go with it. Put it right on his shoulder for a first down.
The game moves the ball past the 40. Sets up another 1st and 10. Quick throw, testing the middle. And he's got it. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Yeah, you know this defense is going to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Looking to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite it.
Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Forced out of bounds after a big game. This offense set up with a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big game for this offense.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. To throw, it's Lagway. He's going for a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Important second down play coming up. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And the junior gets home, making a sack there. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, thank you. We appreciate the breakdown. The Gators will kick this away to begin the second half. Bringing it out, it's Thomas. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Already a 2-possession lead here. Let's see if they continue to call it aggressively and try to put this defense in a bigger hole. Nice grab. It's Anderson. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Getting set. Here's second down. Here comes a handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The defense came out ready to go on that second down and short. No chance for the offense, and that'll bring up third down.
Can he get there on the ground? Looks like LSU has the first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Handoff to the back. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. This offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
No, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on. Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Makes a quick grab. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32. There's a 1st and 10 play. Ball handed off. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, here's the first play to start this second half, and it's really more the same of what we saw in the first half. Really no need to make drastic changes. What you were doing in that first half gave you the lead. Just keep working on it.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Lofting it toward the left sideline. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. Touchdown, Gators. And the comeback is on. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. First play of the drive, they look to the right.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Caught in the backfield. It's Taylor. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
This defense reminds me of a group that just is all about preparation. They are completely dialed in on this play. Yeah, they give up the completion, but how about that? Nowhere to go after the catch.
He's running out of time here. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Fighting off the tackler. They finally get him down, but a solid gain on that screen pass. Good call there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Not much on that play, brought down short.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years Jaguars has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game.
That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Boy, this defense is doing an outstanding job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage. That's their third interception now in the game.
Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Running out of time in the pocket. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Well, LSU for years has played a one-gap defense that loves to pin their ears and get upfield. It's a risky defense, and it requires great athleticism on the defensive line, something that they've had forever. Great sack here to keep that tradition alive. But you think back over the years, Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears, and Glenn Dorsey, and off the edge, Kiki Mingo. Just so many great LSU defensive linemen that can get after that quarterback.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. The shotgun running play call. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. They'll try to run for the 1st down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
So they'll pass up the long field goal attempt and keep the offense on the field for 4th down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. And he steps out, but that's the takeaway this defense was looking for.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Second down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looking downfield, it's Mertz. Makes a quick catch. That gain enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He'll take a deep shot. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but It brings up a 4th down. And the Gators will have to kick this away. And it's a solid punt headed toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. The officials now will mark the spot. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete. Even in a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Now with the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Taylor. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Tries the right with a quick throw. He's got his man wide open. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown.
Number 86.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the return from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Looking to throw it on 1st down. The pass rush closing in. The Gators looking to use the up-tempo offense here. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Gets rid of it on the move. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Got a wide open man. Look out, still running. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. The Gators will line up on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's caught. It's Badger.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Trying the old counter play here. They've got him down out near the 40.
Well, this is where the offensive line can really assert their will and put on the finishing touches to this game. The defense, you can see them. They're breaking little by little right now. You make sure they break completely.
They make the stop, but not before a solid game that time.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Caught over the middle. It's Daniels. Makes the 1st down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Play action here on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. They prevent the touchdown. Ball be spotted at the 3. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Oh, and it's picked off. A crushing mistake.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Working with the lead, run the football here and work the clock instead. Throws it into coverage. Now they got a chance to get right back in the game.
The Gators offense retakes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. 1st down. They're going to throw the football. Contact as he let the ball go. And that's incomplete, even on a 4th. It leads him. He felt heavy pressure.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-holed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Here's the 2nd down play. Looking to throw. It's Mertz. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. It's a shotgun run call. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the 1st down yardage. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Had a nice drive going here, but now it's 3rd down and long. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up 4th down. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. He was on the mark with his last kick, but this one is from 50 yards away. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range.
Boy, this guy had plenty of luck here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. The returner is brought down. Gets us started on the next drive. And the Florida offense retakes the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. 3 guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Lets it go quickly. He pulls it in for a big gain. That'll pick up a 1st down. They'll spot it at the 38. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. First down, looking to throw the ball. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Back to throw. It's Mertz. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Makes a spectacular diving catch. Here's a first down, not wasting any time after that conversion on fourth. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. There's a shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just...
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
The offense was moving well, but two incompletions sets up a third and 10. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. He's going to take another shot right here. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs here in the late stages of this game. So the job is simple here.